I'm Matt with Xerox. I'm going to take you through changing consumables on a variety of Xerox models. Feel free to jump to the section you'd like to see where my colleagues and I are going to show you how easy it is to change customer replaceable units like toner, waste container, drums, fuser, and staples. So let's get to it. Your Versalink supply notifications will appear on the touchscreen, but if you'd like to proactively check, press Device and then Supplies. And then you'll be able to see your toner, drum cartridge, and maintenance kit, which is your fuser. You can also see the supply levels from the device's website, which is accessible via its IP address. On the main screen, you'll see the toner level, and then if you go into details, you'll see more information. I'll show you how to change the toner and the drum. So first you need to open the front door. There's two handles on either side. Toner and the drum are basically in the same piece. You just have to pull it out like so. See that drum on top? When you grab the new one, just slide it right in there. It'll click and then you know it's there. If you're just changing the toner itself, there's a little latch that you can push back and then the toner tube simply comes right out just like that. Grab the new one, slide it in. Lock that latch back in, close the door, you're all set. To change the fuser, you want to power off the device, open up the back door. You'll now see two gray latches on either side of the fuser. Go ahead and flip those up. That'll unlock it so that you can remove it. Just pull it out, grab the new fuser, slide it right back in there, and then flip those latches down to lock it into place. Close the door. Your Versalink supply notifications will appear on the touchscreen, but if you'd like to proactively check, press Device and then Supplies, and then you'll be able to see your toner, drum cartridge, and maintenance kit. You can also see the supply levels from the device's website, which is accessible via its IP address. On the main screen, you'll see the toner level, and then if you go into details, you'll see more information. To change the toner, we'll open the front door using the handles on either side. Each toner is colored differently. We're going to squeeze that color part so that you can easily remove it. Grab the new one and simply slide it right back in. Each one is individual. So for the magenta cartridge, we'll show you the same thing. Just squeeze, pull out, and then push in the new one. Close the door. For the waste container, on the right-hand side of the device, you're going to open the door. There's a little tangerine latch that you're going to rotate up. This whole black piece comes out. That's the waste kit. We'll take that container out, grab the new empty one, simply push it into place, rotate that lock right back in, and then close the door. For drums, it's also on that right-hand side. I'll show you this again. We're going to rotate that latch up. Pull out the waste container to reveal your color drums. You'll notice each one is per toner. So there's a little handle which you see between the thumb and the forefinger of my colleague here where you can simply just grab, pull out, be gentle. These are light sensitive and you don't want to scratch them when you put the new ones in. But basically you're just going to slide those in. They'll click into place. And then when you're done, just put that waste container back. Then rotate that latch back down so that you can lock it up, close the door. To change the fuser, you want to power off the device, open up the back door. You'll now see two gray latches on either side of the fuser. Go ahead and flip those up. That'll unlock it so that you can remove it. Just pull it out, grab the new fuser, slide it right back in there, and then flip those latches down to lock it into place. Close the door. Your Versalink supply notifications will appear on the touchscreen, but if you'd like to proactively check, press Device and then Supplies, and then you'll be able to see your toner, drum cartridge, and maintenance kit, which is your fuser. You can also see the supply levels from the device's website, which is accessible via its IP address. On the main screen, you'll see the toner level, and then if you go into details, you'll see more information. To change the toner, you'll open the front door. You'll see the black cartridge right there in the center. Just slide it out, slide it in, nothing to unlock. To change the drum, on the left-hand side, you'll want to open up that door, and then there's that tangerine colored latch to the left of the toner. Flip that up. You'll be able to just slide the drum kit out, and then to replace it, simply reverse it, right? So just slide the new drum in, lock it into place, close the door. To change the fuser, you'll power off the device, open door A on the left-hand side. You'll see tangerine colored thumb screws on either side of the fuser. Go ahead and just unscrew those. There are black handles that you can grab, as you see here. Just pull that fuser out like so. With the new one, simply slide it right back into where the old one was. Rescrew those thumb screws in so they're tight, and then close the door. Your Versalink supply notifications will appear on the touchscreen, but if you'd like to proactively check, press Device, and then Supplies, and here you'll see your toner. You can scroll down and see drums, waste, fuser. You can also check from the device's website, which is available by typing in its IP address in a web browser. You'll see on the home screen here the toner levels, and then if you click Details on the right-hand side, you can see more information. So toner, drums, fuser, etc. The Versalink's toner can be changed by opening the front door. Toner just slides right out, and then you would slide the new one in like so. To change the waste container, it's below the toner. There's a little latch that you can unlatch. Pull that gray cap off. That's the waste container itself. You grab the new empty one and click it into place. Make sure you lock it back up. I'm going to show you another angle here. Here it is again. Go ahead and unlock it. You'll see you push those tabs down so that you can remove it. This also shows you how to change the drums. Those are behind the waste container. When you unlock those latches, there's a little thumb screw that you can quickly unscrew, pull out the old drum. Each one's matching with its own individual color. And as you can see, you just put the new one in, lock it up, and then you would replace that waste container. You'll hear it click into place, and then rotate that latch to lock it, close the door. To change the fuser, you'll power off the device, open door A on the left-hand side. You'll see tangerine colored thumb screws on either side of the fuser. Go ahead and just unscrew those. There are black handles that you can grab, as you see here. Just pull that fuser out like so. With the new one, simply slide it right back into where the old one was. Rescrew those thumb screws in so they're tight, and then close the door. Your Altalink will display notifications on the home screen when it needs a specific supply, but to manually check, press Device and then Supplies. Here you'll see your important consumables like toner, waste container, and drum. You can also access the device's website. You can type in its IP address into a web browser's address field, and when you scroll down, you'll see the same thing. So toner level, and then if you click Details on the right, you'll see more information. To change the toner, after you open the front door, it'll be right up in the middle there. Go ahead and just slide it out. There's no locks or anything like that. Notice that it is keyed, so you want to make sure that it's positioned correctly as you put it back in. But basically just slide it back in and you're all set. We'll zoom in here to the bottom right. If you take a look, there's your waste container. Just simply remove that when it's full, and then grab the new one and slide it right back in. To change the drum, you're going to turn that tangerine knob to the left. That'll let you press those clips on either side of the cap there so that you can pull it off. You'll reveal the drum on the left-hand side. Rotate that latch so that you can then press that little tangerine button. When you press that, you're going to be able to pull that whole drum out. So just go ahead and pull it out. When you're inserting the new one, you want to be careful. It's a light-sensitive drum. It's also sensitive to scratches. But once you just slide that right in, as you can see, you're going to lower that latch back on top so it locks it into place. Grab that gray cap and then just press it into place, lock it up. You're all set. To change the fuser, power off the device, open door A on the left-hand side. You're going to see a tangerine latch. Go ahead and pull that up and out to the left. There's clips below the fuser on both sides. I'll show you another view. So again, you're going to move that latch to the left, and then each side has that little clip. Go ahead and just move that in on either side. That'll let you take the fuser out. Now, you want to be careful. It can be warm if it's been copying and printing recently, but you grab the new one, slide it into place. Those clips automatically lock back in. You got to make sure that you push that latch on the left down so it locks. Your Altalink will display notifications on the home screen when it needs a specific supply, but to manually check, press Device and then Supplies. Here you'll see your toner level. You can press Other Supplies to see the status of waste container and drums. You can also access the device's website. You can type in its IP address into a web browser's address field, and when you scroll down, you'll see the same thing. So toner level, and then if you click Details on the right, you'll see more information. To change a toner, you'll start by opening the front door. You're going to see the toners along the top, black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. Each one's changed individually. All you got to do is pull it out. As you can see, you'll notice that you'll have the color name up top. Each one is keyed differently, so you can't put the wrong one in. But all you got to do is, once it tells you which one to replace, take it out, put the new one in, you're all set. The waste container on the bottom right simply slides out, as you can see. Grab the new empty one and slide it back in. And then lastly, the drums are replaced by first turning that tangerine knob to the left. There's clips on either side of the gray cap that you can press to be able to remove it and reveal those drums. There's 4 of those drums, each one per color, changed individually just like the toner. You will unlatch those. There's a little button there, tangerine color, that you can press that will let you then pull each drum out. And then when you grab the new one out of its packaging, just be careful, it's light sensitive and sensitive to scratches, but slide it back in, you'll hear it click, and then you'll be able to latch it back up. Go ahead and replace the cap. You just got to press it in, and then turn that knob on the left or the right so that you can then lock it into place. You're all set. To change the fuser, power off the device, open door A on the left-hand side. You're going to see a tangerine latch. Go ahead and pull that up and out to the left. There's clips below the fuser on both sides. I'll show you another view. So again, you're going to move that latch to the left, and then each side has that little clip. Go ahead and just move that in on either side. That'll let you take the fuser out. Now, you want to be careful. It can be warm if it's been copying and printing recently, but you grab the new one, slide it into place. Those clips automatically lock back in. You got to make sure that you push that latch on the left down so it locks. To check your Primelink's consumable level from the device itself, you can press Machine Status and then Supplies up top. There you'll see your toner, your waste, your cleaning cartridge. You can also check from the device's website by typing the IP address into a web browser's address field. From there, you can click Consumables on the left-hand side, and you can see same thing: toner, drum, waste, cleaning cartridge. The toner on the Primelink can be changed while it's running. You don't want to open the front door, but you can open up this little hatch on the left-hand side. That toner slides right out. It is keyed, so you want to make sure that it lines up properly. Just turn it, and it'll slide easily in. If you do need to open the door to change anything, that toner is accessible there too, obviously. On the bottom right is where we're going to go to take out that waste container. This one's empty, it's new, but yours will be full. You just take it out, grab the new empty one and insert, close the door, you're all set. To change the drum, you'll look to the right of the toner. After you turn that latch to the left, you'll notice that there's a little screw that's holding it into place. Just go ahead and unscrew that with a Phillips screwdriver. You're going to take off the cap and then simply pull that current drum out. Give you a better view here. So these are light sensitive, and you want to be careful that you don't scratch it as it goes back in, the new one that is. So just make sure it slides easily on that rail. Lock it back into place. You do not have to put that original cap back on. Let's open up that green latch number 2 to show you the fuser. A technician will change that out, but there's a screw on the front that you can unscrew with a Phillips screwdriver. This is the cleaning cartridge or the cleaning web. We can remove this by that front screw as well as the back screw. That's a thumb screw, so just unscrew that. Notice how easy that comes out. Once that's dirty, it'll tell you, grab the new fresh one, push it into place, and then you screw it back in. To check the Primelink's consumable status from the device, you'll press Machine Status and then Supplies up top. Here you'll see your toner. You can press the toner button on the top left to see other consumables like your drums and waste cartridge. You can also check the status from the web interface of the device. That's accessible by typing its IP address into a web browser. Basically, if you click Consumables on the left, you're going to then see same thing we saw at the device, right? So toner, waste container, drums, so on and so forth. To change the toner on your Primelink, you'll open this top door here. There's all your toner. There's 2 blacks, cyan, magenta, and yellow. I'll take out the cyan one. You can actually change this while it's running because we're not opening the front door. So notice you just slide those right back in. Each one's keyed differently, so you can't get the wrong one in. You do have to open the front door if you want to change the waste container. That's at the bottom right, you'll see here. Simply slide that out. It'll be full when it tells you to change it out. So grab the new empty one, slide it back in, close that door. To change the drums, you're going to see a handle R1 and R4. Open that up, pull that cabinet out. You'll see all 4 drums. You'll use the rings on either end of the drum to lift it out, and then grab the new one and just put it right back in. R1, which is the black drum, is going to be different than R2, R3, and R4. Those are interchangeable color drums. When you're done, close it up, push that handle back up. And then lastly, to change out the fuser, you'll unlock handle 2, that's the green one. Fuser's on the right-hand side. You want to use this tangerine handle to lift it out because it'll get pretty warm. So you want to be careful. But either way, there's no latches or levers. You just basically take it out, grab the new one, and place it right back into place. And then push it in, lock it back up, and close that door. Xerox has a multitude of finishers, but I've laid out the most common types of staples here. From left and right, we've got the 50 sheet staples, the booklet staples, and then the 100 sheet staples with its corresponding waste container. To change the 50 sheet staples, open the finisher door, go to area R1, simply pull that tangerine handle straight out towards you. That'll remove the cartridge in its housing unit and push the new one right in. It'll click. Now, if you just received the cartridge and not this whole sled, I want to show you how to change that. First, don't worry about this little metal piece. That's what you can move if you need to take out a staple jam. All you really need is that little tangerine handle to be pulled to the left. There's little arrows on the clear plastic cartridge. Squeeze those, and then you'll be able to pull that out pretty easily. Grab the new clear staple cartridge, slide it in front first. That should click right in, and then you're all set. To change the booklet staples, you'll open the finisher front door, pull out the booklet maker, and then you're going to see the handles of the staples. They're tangerine colored. Just go ahead and pull those straight up and out. We're going to give you a close-up. There's two little buttons on either side that you're going to be able to press together to open this housing unit. There you're going to see that plastic cartridge that should be empty. Simply remove that. Grab the new one that should be full of staples. Stick it in. It should click in. And then simply close that housing unit back on. And then when you lower it back into the finisher, you're going to hear that click. Just make sure that it sticks. It should not come out. And then you can do the same for R3 if you've done that for R2. To change the 100 sheet staples, look for area R1. Pull out the staples using the tangerine handle. That roll will come right out. Grab the new cartridge. Stick it in front first. You'll be able to click that in and then replace it in R1 as you see here. If you look below area R1, you're going to see R5. That's where the staple waste container is. To change this out, you'll need to unlock it. So first, move the tangerine clip to the left into the unlock position. You can toss this. This has the staple clippings that have been trimmed. But grab the new one. It's empty. It should come with the new pack of staples that you receive. You will basically insert it bottom first into position and then slide that tangerine clip to the right to lock it into place.